Yeah, certain people. Okay, so I reckon it is time for another serious Sunday video. It's been a little while since the last one. That seems to be the case in recent times. It always seems to be some weeks and months in between these videos, but hey, it is what it is. But I want to talk about respect, and is it possible to respect a person if you don't respect the thing that that person does? But before I get into this real quick, as it has been a little while since the last one, in case anybody hasn't seen a serious Sunday video before, these are videos that I do every so often. I typically sit in my car and just open my mouth and ramble for a period of time, and hopefully by the end of the video, it at least makes some sense. Also, it may or may not be Sunday by the time this video goes live. It's actually Saturday as I'm recording this video, so we'll see. Maybe, just maybe, it'll go live tomorrow. Ooh. Anyway, serious Sunday part, whatever number of videos I've done of these. So, I've been watching this TV show recently. It's called FireFly. In fact, I've been doing some video reactions for the channel with FireFly, which you might have seen, and if you have, appreciate that. It's a show that started, or aired rather, in 2002 originally. I didn't watch it way back then. I'm only watching it now for the first time. And there was an episode where one of the characters, the main character, played by Nathan Fillion, who plays the captain, who's talking to another character, Inara, who is a prostitute aboard their ship. And he's discussing, or stating rather, the difference between himself and this other male character, this rich guy that Inara was one of Inara's clients. And he said that the difference between him and this rich guy is that this rich guy doesn't respect Inara. However, himself, the captain, he doesn't respect what Inara does, and that's the difference. This rich guy doesn't respect her. He just doesn't respect what she does, the prostitution. And I guess at the time back in 2002, that was supposed to be a good thing to say, as a way of saying that, he doesn't respect you, but I respect you. I just don't respect this thing that you do. But as I'm not watching this in 2002, watch this in 2020 to 20 years, literally 20 years later, I guess I'm thinking about it a little bit different. Can you respect somebody if you don't really respect the thing that they do? And I guess it is possible, but I'm not sure that you can, in most cases, respect someone if you don't really respect what they do. Because I think you can like somebody and not necessarily like what they do. I think that's very possible. And that probably happens quite a lot. You can like a thing, like a person rather, but not necessarily like that thing they do with the type of work that they do, or you don't particularly care for it. It doesn't really do anything for you on any kind of level. You're not something that you particularly want to be around or support, but whatever, it's what they do, whatever. And this person's pretty cool. You hang out and it is what it is. You don't particularly like that, but you like this guy. I think that's possible. I think that's very common. Or at least it seems common empirically. It's not like I'm doing like research on these things. Maybe. But respect is a bit different though. I think respect is a bit different from like. And I think that when it comes to respect, to respect a person, I think that does involve respecting what that person does. Or at least in some cases, or in most cases. Well, let's say some. Let's keep it some for now. Because I feel like when it comes to certain things where let me say this. I feel like it comes down to how emotionally invested that person is in the thing that they do. So, for example, a person who just has a job, they don't particularly care about the job themselves. I don't know, some job in some fast food restaurant, they're 16 years old, they're just doing it, whatever job that was offered to them. They're just trying to save some money so they can take their girl out. They don't really care about this job. They're just there. They just turn up, do the job, get paid, go home. They ain't trying to win no awards and they ain't trying to get like employee of the month. They just want to do their job. They don't even want to do their job. They just want to get paid and go home. So they just do the bare minimum while they're there and then go home. They're not emotionally invested in their line of work. It's not their career path. It's just a job for them. And I think in cases like that, you could certainly respect a person and be like, yeah, I don't really particularly respect this type of work. I don't particularly think it's a good thing in the world, whatever that might be. I mean, personally, I like fast food restaurants, but let me just say that to be clear. But I'm just saying, you might have that opinion that you don't particularly care for these sorts of things. You don't have any kind of respect for that kind of industry, but you're cool with this person. And I think in those cases, that guy might be like, yeah, whatever, whatever, because he's not emotionally invested in that industry. It's not a part of him. He's just trying to get paid. But when it comes to things where you are emotionally invested, something that you're passionate about, I think it's a bit different then, because to say that, well, I respect you, I just don't respect the thing that you do, I feel like that kind of ignores that the thing that they do is a part of them. In cases like, for example, let's say an artist, to say to an artist that, well, I respect you, I just don't respect art. I don't think art is this, the whole art industry, the whole art drawing, the whole art, painting, and it's, somebody puts a dab of paint on a canvas and sells it for millions. I won't respect that. If you come at it from that level, it's difficult, because that's talking about something that this person is emotionally invested in. He doesn't see that dab of paint on a canvas as just a dab of paint on a canvas. That person sees it as, I don't know, look, I ain't no damn artist. I ain't no painter, but they might see it as like the representation of how people interact in society or something like that. It just means something completely different to them. And because that person is so invested in this whole thing as a way of expressing things and creativity, to say that you don't respect it, that's saying you don't respect a big part of who that person is. So if you don't respect a big part of who that person is, do you really respect that person? Because they're choosing to be an artist. They're choosing to be in that kind of field and to be a part of expressing it in these ways. And to have no respect for that at all, I feel like that means you don't really respect that person, certainly not in any real way, because that is who they are. That is parts of how they've chosen to interact with the world and how to present themselves to the world and how potentially they're going to leave a legacy. To have absolutely no respect for that, that's a massive part of that person. And in the case of this show, FireFly, so when he says, I don't respect the thing that you do, that there's prostitution that you do, the character Inara, it's not just a job for her. That is, at least, I've only watched up to episode, 6, I think, so far. So maybe it changes in the latest episodes. But so far, at least, that's not just a job for her. This is her chosen career. This is a part of who she is, to express herself through that way, through that line of work. So to say that you don't respect the thing that she does, I feel like that also in turn means you don't fully respect her. Not really. You can like her, right? She's a cool person. You get down, you hang around, have fun, but that is who she is. That is who she is, and to not respect that, how do you, for example, let's say you're talking about a relationship, if you're constantly at odds with somebody about this thing that they do because you just have no respect for it, how far does that go? It's this constant, what's the word, collision over this thing. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm not sure that you can fully respect someone if you don't respect the thing that they do, when the thing that they do is something that they are emotionally invested in, something that they are passionate about, because that is not just something they do, it's a part of who they are. And to have no respect for that is to have no respect for that part of who they are. And that's a big part of who they are, so yeah. But yeah, that's what I think of that. Thoughts on my mind about respect and passion and things like that. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's possible to respect somebody and not respect the thing that they do, no matter how passionate they are about it? Let me know. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Maybe there's things that I haven't really considered. Let me know. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now. So guys, Drop any suggestions, recommendations in the comments, send them through, and I'll see what I can do. Like, share, subscribe, because we're doing this thing again, my fam. We've got more videos on the screen. Check out my other channels as well, be much appreciated. But that's going to be it for the minute. So, guys, until whenever, if ever, peace.